Now we are going to see the chemical properties of carboxylic acid. Chemical properties. Before going to chemical properties, first we must know what is carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid means a compound which contains the bond COOH group. Bond COOH group. Now, first chemical property is decarboxylation. Then D, what is D? Removal. Carboxyl, which group is removed here? Carboxyl group. So, removal of carbon dioxide from carboxyl group. That is, carboxyl group is removed as a carbon dioxide. That means, carboxylic acid loses the carbon dioxide to form hydrocarbon. If any acid undergoes decarboxylation, it forms a hydrocarbon like methane, ethane, propane, etc. When the sodium salt of carboxylic acid is taken, heated with soda lime. What is soda lime? Normal decarboxylation means we must need a reagent called soda lime. Decarboxylation reagent is soda lime. Decarboxylation reagent is soda lime. So, what is soda lime? NaOH plus CaO. A mixture of NaOH and CaO. NaOH is taken in 3 parts and CaO is taken in 1 part. Now, CH3COO Na. This is sodium salt of carboxylic acid, sodium acetate. Soda lime, NaOH and CaO. What happens? You have to remove the compound like this as a carboxyl group. Since we taken as a salt, carboxyl group is removed as sodium carbonate. Removed as sodium carbonate. And now it is sodium acetate, removal of sodium carbonate. What is remaining here? One CH3 and hydrogen. It is called as alkane, that is hydrocarbon. Here only one carbon is there, no? So we get methane. And then next step, decarboxylation. Next also decarboxylation process. But this is electrolytic method. What is this? Electrolytic method. Kolb's electrolytic decarboxylation. Kolb's electrolytic decarboxylation. That is, here also we are going to take the sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid. But instead of soda lime, we are undergo the process called electrolysis. Product obtained here is alkane. There also alkane. And it is liberated at the anode. So, what is our sodium salt of carboxylic acid? Same sodium acetate, CH3COO Na. During electrolysis, the bond between the CH3 and CO breaks and this bond shift here and a new bond formed between carbon and carbon. If any atom or group form a bond with another new bond means it has to lose one bond. So, this bond breaks and the carbon dioxide goes out. 2 Na get liberated. And a bond formed between CH3 and CH3, no? So, it is called as ethane. Ethane. Carboxylation, decarboxylation. So, carbon dioxide. Both are liberated at the anode. And now, what happens? This is sodium acetate. So, what happens? Sodium acetate on electrolysis gives ethane. The same sodium acetate with the soda lime gives methane. Important one more. Sodium acetate on electrolysis gives ethane. Sodium acetate with the soda lime gives methane. Then what happens with sodium formate? What happens with the sodium formate? Formate 8. If you remove one hydrogen from acids, it is called as 8. That is formic acid. Instead of hydrogen, we put Na. Sodium CH3 is there means acetate. Now we form the formate, no? So HCOO Na. 2 molecules of sodium formate is taken which undergoes the electrolysis. What happens first? The bond formed between hydrogen and carbon breaks and the bond shifts here. A new bond is formed between H and H. If any new bond is formed, it has to lose one bond, no? So this bond breaks. So what happens? Carbon dioxide goes out and H bond, H called here is hydrogen. 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide and 2 Na goes out. Or alkane, if you put CH3 means it ethane. Here only one hydrogen, no? So hydrogen. Sodium acetate on electrolysis gives ethane. Sodium formate on electrolysis gives hydrogen. Sodium formate on electrolysis gives hydrogen. Now, next reaction with ammonia. Now, we are going to see the next reaction with ammonia. Reaction with ammonia. How this reaction takes place here? First, carboxylic acid react with ammonia to form one addition compound called ammonium salt. That is ammonium acetate or ammonium formate, like that. And further on heating, it gives amide with the removal of water. Now let's see how this reaction takes place. Carboxylic acid is taken, no? So here it is acetic acid, ammonia. How this reaction takes place? This NH3 has one lone pair electron. Here we have H plus. This becomes minus. Acid has a tendency to give H plus, no? So H plus. This lone pair donates to hydrogen and forms NH4 plus. Why this plus? It loses its lone pair, no? So NH4 plus. Ammonium acetate. Further heating, what happens? It loses the water molecule and it forms amide. It is an acid, acetic acid derivative, no? So it is acetamide. It is called acetamide. And the next is action of heat in the presence of P2O5. Action of heat in the presence of P2O5. It is a powerful dehydrating agent. P2O5 is a powerful dehydrating agent. That means dehydration. What is dehydration? D means we know removal. Hydration, water. Removal of water. What is that dehydrating agent? That is, what is the reagent used to remove the water? What is the reagent used to remove the water? A powerful dehydrating agent is P2O5, concentrated sulfuric acid. Now, intermolecular dehydration. Two types of dehydration is there. One is intermolecular, another one is intramolecular. Intramolecular dehydration. It is an intramolecular dehydration. That is, inter means between two. Acetic acid. 2 molecules of acetic acid is taken with P2O5. What happens? It loses the water molecule. So the new bond is formed between 2 CH3CO group with 1 oxygen. So now here it is anhydride. What is anhydride? Any compound, if you call that as anhydride, means it is a compound obtained after the removal of water. That means a compound obtained after the removal of water is called anhydride. That means without water. So a powerful dehydrating agent here is P2O5. Intermolecular dehydration. It is intermolecular dehydration. Next we are going to see the substitution reaction. Substitution reaction in hydrocarbon part. Carboxylic acid means we have one carboxyl group as well as CH3 alkane part, no? So first we are going to see the reaction which takes place in carboxyl group as well as hydrocarbon group. Now it is a reaction which takes place in hydrocarbon group. First one is alpha halogenation. What is this alpha position called? That is next carbon to a functional group. That is a next carbon to functional group. Next carbon to functional group. That means here which is our functional group? Carboxyl COOH group is our functional group. COOH is our functional group. So alpha halogenation is here called as HVZ reaction. What is that H represent? Hell-Wolfhard-Zelinsky reaction. Hell-Wolfhard-Zelinsky reaction. Hell-Wolfhard-Zelinsky reaction. That means a carboxylic acid having alpha hydrogen. That means that carbon next to functional group contains hydrogen. That hydrogen is called as alpha hydrogen. It is halogenated. That means remove that hydrogen and substitute a halogen at alpha position. What is a halogenating reagent? Halogen, if a bromination takes place, means bromine. Chlorination means chlorine in the presence of red phosphorus. In the presence of red phosphorus. Product obtained is alpha halo carboxylic acid. Alpha chloro, alpha bromo. In that manner we have to call the product. HVZ. What is HVZ reaction? Hell-Volhard Zelinsky reaction. HVZ. What is the reagent? Halogen with red phosphorus. Where the reaction takes place? At alpha hydrogen. What is the product called here? Alpha halo carboxylic acid. Alpha halo carboxylic acid. And the next is reaction. How this reaction takes place. Next we are going to see the how this reaction takes place. Here it is CH3COOH. What is the name of this one? Acetic acid. Acetic acid. What is the reagent in HVZ? Halogen with red phosphorus. Here we are going to see the chlorination. So chlorine with red phosphorus. Aqueous. So that H2O. Aqueous means H2O. How the reaction takes place? One of the hydrogen combined with the HCl with the removal of HCl. So one hydrogen is replaced by one Cl. This is monochloro, only one chlorine is substituted here, no? So it is called as monochloro acetic acid, or it is called as alpha chloro acetic acid. Alpha chloro acetic acid. Alpha chloro acetic acid. And the next is electrophilic substitution reaction. Now here the reaction takes place where? In the benzene ring. That is aromatic, means a compound containing benzene ring. So now electrophilic substitution reaction in aromatic carboxylic acid. Aromatic carboxylic acid undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic, name itself we can understand. That means electron minus philic minus, it has a tendency to be attract. That means it carries which sign? Plus sign. It carries which sign? Plus sign. Attract minus, therefore it carries plus sign. Now carboxyl group. We are going to see the electrophilic substitution in the benzene ring. The benzene ring carries which group? Carboxyl group. Carboxyl group is a deactivating and meta-directing group. Deactivating the benzene ring, therefore it is meta-directing. Why? Why this carboxylate group is electron withdrawing? It is electron withdrawing, so it deactivate. Why it is a deactivating group? Since the carboxylate is electron withdrawing group, it has a tendency to accept an electron from the benzene ring. That means it has a tendency to accept an electron. Carbonyl group is a electron deficient group. Carbonyl group is a electron deficient group. It has a tendency to accept the electrons. It has a tendency to accept the electrons. It has a tendency to accept the electrons. Therefore, the carbonyl, that means carbonyl compound which are present, where it is present? The carbonyl group is electron deficient. Therefore, when it is present in carbonyl group and ketone, that is carbonyl group in aldehyde and ketone acid also. So, if any aldehyde or ketone or carboxyl group directly attached to the benzene ring means it is a deactivating group and it is always meta-directing. Then the electrophile goes to which position? Meta position. Electrophile goes to which position? Meta position. Now, first electrophilic substitution reaction here is halogenation. First reaction here is halogenation. We already discussed, no? Halogenation means addition of halogen. Halogenation means addition of halogen. This is our carboxylic acid. Aromatic carboxylic acid. What is aromatic carboxylic acid? It contains a phenyl group. That is a benzene ring. Here carboxyl group, that is COOH group, is directly attached to the benzene ring. Halogenation. Electrophilic substitution, no? This type of halogenation takes place in the presence of Lewis acid, that is ferric bromide. If chlorination takes place means ferric bromide. chloride. Bromine means bromide. Chlorine means chloride. Now, how this reaction takes place? Meta position we already discussed. Where is that meta position? So, in benzene ring, 1,2 position is called as ortho. This is 1. If any atom or group attached to the benzene ring means that is first called as a 1. And the next is 2. Here 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 1,2 position is called ortho. 1,3 position is called meta. 1,4 position is called para. Now it is a meta directing. Now the electrophile goes to which position? Meta position. All the corner have one hydrogen, no? So here also we have one hydrogen. That hydrogen removes the bromine and form a HBr. Remaining Br go and attached here in the third position, which is called as meta position. In meta position, which group attached here? Meta bromo. So meta bromo benzoic acid. Then nitration, similar to halogenation. Halogenation means addition of halogen. Nitration means addition of NO2 group. And the electrophile here is, electrophile in nitration is NO2 plus. It is called as nitronium ion. It is called as nitronium ion. Important 1 mark. Which is electrophile in nitration. That is NO2 plus. It is also called as a nitronium ion. NO2 plus or its name is nitronium ion. So nitration means addition of NO2 group. Another important thing, nitration means we need a reagent called nitrating mixture. Nitrating mixture. What is that nitrating mixture? Concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Now the NO2 group, nitric acid can be written as HONO2, HNO3. This is written in this form. Meta position the reaction takes place, no? So in meta hydrogen and this OH goes out as water. Now which is remaining here? NO2. This NO2 comes and attack here. So it is which position? Meta. Meta position what is formed here? NO2. That is called as nitro. Meta-nitro benzoic acid. Meta-nitro benzoic acid. And the next is sulfonation. And the next one is sulfonation. What is sulfonation? Halogenation means addition of halogen. Sulfonation means addition of sulfonic acid. Addition of sulfonic acid. What is that sulfonic acid? SO3H. So benzoic acid with the fuming concentrated sulfuric acid. Fuming concentrated sulfuric acid. What happens? This sulfonic acid attached here. Here the sulfuric acid can be written as HOSO3H. H2O goes out with the meta position hydrogen. So remaining is SO3H. Meta, third position. What is present here? Sulfonic acid. Name itself we have a benzoic acid, no? So it is called as sulfo benzoic acid or sulfonyl benzoic acid. Now, benzoic acid does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Benzoic acid does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation or acetylation any reaction. It does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why? Due to the deactivating nature of carboxyl group. It deactivates the benzene ring, no? So, no Friedel-Crafts reaction takes place. Important question. Why benzoic acid not undergoes Friedel-Crafts reaction? Because carboxyl group attached to the benzene ring is a deactivating group. It is a deactivating group. And the next is reducing nature of formic acid. Reducing nature of formic acid. Formic acid contains both bond CHO aldehyde. Formic acid contains bond CHO aldehyde group and carboxyl. Formic acid, name itself mentioned, we have a carboxyl group. But it is a unique acid which contains both the aldehyde group and the carboxyl group. It is an unique acid which contains both the aldehyde group and carboxyl group. Hence, like other aldehyde, what is an important property of aldehyde? That is test for aldehyde. Aldehyde means it has a tendency to reduce tolerance and filling solution. Since the formic acid have both aldehyde and carboxyl group, it has a tendency to reduce. A substance which reduces another thing means it is a reducing agent. So, it is a strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agent means it must easily oxidized. Here also the formic acid get easily oxidized, therefore it acts as a strong reducing agent. Therefore it acts as a strong reducing agent. Reducing agent, what is reducing agent? Itself get oxidized and reduces other. The name is its duty. Reducing agent means it has to reduce another. Itself get oxidized. So, it is a unique property we discussed now. Now, the unique property, it have aldehyde group as well as carboxyl group in its formula. So, this is the main reason which makes it a reducing agent. So, now, formic acid, therefore it has a tendency to reduce the Tollens reagent and filling solution. First, Tollens reagent. What is Tollens reagent? Important one word. Tollens, ammoniacal silver nitrate. Ammoniacal, that means in the presence of ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide and silver nitrate mixture is called as a Tollens reagent. What happens? This formic acid reduces the Tollens reagent to metallic silver. Reduces to metallic silver. It reduces to metallic silver. So, reducing agent means the name is its duty. That means the reducing agent should reduce other and itself get oxidized. Therefore, the formic acid reduces Tollens reagent. What is Tollens reagent? Ammoniacal silver nitrate. Ammoniacal, that is NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide. Silver nitrate is Ag plus ion, no? And NO2, NO3 minus. Therefore, this Ag plus is reduced to metallic silver. Ag plus is reduced to metallic silver. And the reaction. How this reaction takes place? This HCOO minus formate ion. We are going to see the reaction in ionic form here. HCOO minus 2Ag plus, that is silver nitrate. Ag plus, no? So, ionic reaction, therefore we mention Ag plus only. Ammonium hydroxide. So, hydroxide, base medium. What happens? This Ag plus is reduced to Ag. This Ag plus is reduced to Ag. Itself get oxidized to CO3 2 minus with the removal of water. So, this is Tollens reagent. It reduces to metallic silver. Now, it has a tendency to reduce the filling solution. Now, formic acid reduces filling solution. Now, what is filling solution? Copper sulfate with sodium or potassium tartrate. So, copper sulfate with sodium or potassium tartrate. It reduces copper sulfate, 2 minus, no? So, cupric ion to red cuprous ion. So, cupric ion, copper sulfate, we know it is blue in color. So, cupric ion to red cuprous ion. HCOO minus 2Cu2 plus, 2Cu2 plus, copper sulfate, cupric ion and base medium. This cupric is reduced to cuprous. In cupric ion, it is in which color? Blue color. Blue colored cupric ion. And it forms a red colored cuprous. This is cuprous. And this get oxidized to carbonate. At the removal of water. With the removal of water. Now we are going to see the test for carboxylic acid. Test for carboxylic acid. Test for carboxylic acid means how will you identify a carboxyl group is present. Now, we already studied in the lower classes, no? Acid means it has a tendency to change the blue litmus to red. So, it has a tendency to change the blue litmus to red. And it also gives a brisk effervescence with sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. The brisk effervescence is due to the liberation of carbon dioxide. If carboxyl group, that is acid, is present in your substance means, if you add the sodium bicarbonate, it gives a brisk effervescence. This shows the presence of carboxylic acid. This brisk effervescence is due to the removal of evolution of carbon dioxide. Brisk effervescence is due to the evolution of carbon dioxide. When next test, carboxylic acid, any acid, react with alcohol, it forms a ester. Any acid react with alcohol, it forms a ester. This process is called esterification. This process is called esterification. Example for that, CH3COOH plus CH3COOH plus alcohol CH3OH in the presence of acid. In the presence of acid, what happens? H2O goes out. We get CH3COO CH3 ester. So any acid reacts with alcohol, it gives ester. This ester is identified by its fruity odor. This ester is identified by the fruity odor. Fruity odor means smell. It is identified by the fruity odor. Now test for carboxylic acid is one of the important 3 mark. So test for carboxylic acid in aqueous solution. It turns the blue litmus to red. And it also has a tendency to give the brisk effervescence with sodium bicarbonate. This brisk effervescence shows that the evolution of carbon dioxide. First test, blue to red. Then it gives brisk effervescence with sodium bicarbonate with the evolution of carbon dioxide. When carboxylic acid with alcohol, any acid with alcohol gives ester. That process is called esterification. It is identified by its fruity odor. So, these are the chemical properties and test for carboxylic acid. Test for carboxylic acid.